Why do we come back to older video games? Is it the story they tell? The characters within the story? Perhaps it is the gameplay loop. Is it the graphics? Please don't say it's just the graphics. I mean, look at that. I'm the Narrative Reaper, and there is no one right answer. I would like to focus specifically on the environmental storytelling of video games, starting with Halo Combat Evolved. I'll go level by level, meaning first is the Pillar of Autumn. We'll compare the original to the Anniversary Edition and throw in the Ruby's Rebalanced mod to compare how AAA studios and fans use environmental storytelling. There are 3 essential pillars of environmental immersion. Oversimplified, they are set pieces that tell specific stories, pieces of the environment you can interact with, and small touches that increase or decrease player immersion. Let the game commence. Set pieces. The start of the level sells the ship is under attack through set pieces. On easy and normal, you watch an engineer get disintegrated and introduced to the Covenant. Watch helplessly as another explodes. Witness fighting and injured Marines littering the halls. And of course, following Chip Stubbo, the man, the myth, the Australian. On the midpoint, we get a breather to watch space. How calming is this? Not a fight in sight. Then we get thrown right back into watching the Covenant boarding party. The few remaining set pieces in the level sell the desperation as our own ship launches lifeboats, and we watch as one gets destroyed immediately. Then we come back to the start of the level where the Covenant has broken through now. Last, Master Chief experiences an explosion from the inside, which is also an interactive environment. Interactive environments. The doors with the red lights won't open, but the green lighted doors do. Explosions and fire actually hurt. Plasma weapons leave a glow on the walls while destroying enemy shields. And human bullets dent everything. The foes actually react to damage, dodging, spurting blood, or blocking with shields. Speaking of, power-ups litter the environment, such as the overshield. Ammo and health packs are stacked, organized on the walls and shelves, or scattered haphazardly due to the attack. The enemies started fortifying portions of the ship with deployable shields that regenerate with time, and foes duck behind them for temporary invulnerability. The UNSC has their own blast shields that you can use for cover, unlike me. Most of the cover you'll find through the area are overturned server blocks or improvised immersive items. To round off, there's an interactive door on easy and normal mode that you have to smash open. Player immersion. The game immediately opens by pouring the player over the Pillar of Autumn in all her glory, introducing the military aspect much like Aliens and giving us a short visual introduction to our main character, the Master Chief. The ship naturally blends into our minds by looking like a normal progression based off current technology. The floors are marked with ship locations, just in case you'd get lost. The halls look like natural passageways, with pipes and lights up high, and some segments without lighting due to the attack. An entire segment takes place in a mess hall next to the bridge, which just helps sell the ship is lifted. It's the little touches, however, that immerse us. Food and drink vending machines are present, and in various portions of the ship. There's a futuristic poster board. Warning lights constantly strobing to remind us of danger. Pipes below steam, and the maintenance access ways even have red lighting to help with the dark work mechanics would be forced to do. This ship feels distinctly human, gunmetal gray with hints of technology on the walls, which stands in stark contrast to the purple glowing organic look of the Covenant boarding craft. We'll analyze this more in the Truth and Reconciliation level. Anyway, overall I'd rate this 23-year-old level as very immersive, and it immediately drew me in when I started playing almost 20 years ago. Anniversary, an environment forgotten. In 2011, a remaster version was released, and something fell off. Maybe it was the change to Sergeant Johnson's face, the Michael Bay-looking explosions of the attack, or maybe it was just the gameplay loop. For me, it was the environmental presentation. Small touches, such as the explosions feeling less impactful to their strange saturation. Overall, the ship now feels too clean. The darkness from the attack is considerably brighter, and only a single hallway feels dark. The armory with the wounded is now bright. Most damaged hallways without lighting don't even require a flashlight. And even the maintenance passageways feel too bright. The visual aesthetic has evolved from future military to high sci-fi, looking sterilely clean and with lights on every conceivable surface. The Covenant craft did not escape this glow-up. Now they sport human-like yellow lighting instead of the muted blues and purples, losing a lot of their personality. Not to mention, the weapons don't deform the environment as much, and much of the battle damage and grit around the ship has just been lost. That being said, 343 added in a few welcome small details. They also threw in interactive terminals to unlock more of the story as told from the point of view of 343 Guilty Spark. In a welcome inclusion, they also showed Linda from Blue Team, which made the book nerd inside of me smile. Overall, the remake added very little and really took me out of the game quite often. I only played through it for this video, and every year I make a point to play this game. Ruby's environment improved. Many dedicated fans have modded Halo Combat Evolved, but I wanted to highlight Ruby's Rebalanced Halo Combat Evolved, which is not only a weapons balance and gameplay mod, but also adds many environmental flourishes. The bridge of the Pillar of Autumn has a dedicated security detail, which you'd expect on a military ship. The starting pistol the captain gives you is actually empty. He should really keep that thing loaded. The ship is literally burning, bringing home the point we need to get to the escape pods. There are specialties of Marines, which were absent in the base game, with ODSTs making an appearance, and the Marines actually have spare ammo and medkits at their stations. The Covenant also brings on supply pods to secure portions of the ship, while dragging the human bodies out of their way. The entire ending of this level has been reimagined, shrouded in smoke and flames with portions blocked by tipped-over servers. Overall, Ruby adds a lot to the environmental experience without taking away any of the key features of the base game. 10 out of 10. Halo Combat Evolved is a masterpiece of environmental storytelling, released 23 years ago, and though the remaster tried to reimagine the environments, it largely alienated the Halo fans, in part due to this environmental dissonance. I am the Narrative Reaper, and I hope to see you back when we analyze Halo's environments on the next level. This honorable elite just won't move.